Saturday across the SEC and deep in the heart of the Bayou, it's the Tiger Walk. Auburn in enemy territory. Can they pull the road upset against LSU? Kickoff at 2:30 here on WIAT 42.
Meanwhile, ESPN's Game Day has set up shop in Tuscaloosa this weekend for the #2 Tides revenge game against 17th ranked Ole Miss. But it's 2015. The slate has been wiped clean. Both teams currently 2-0 on the season and eyeing their first conference win. Lee Corso going with the Tide today.
Mr. Corso is smart. He knows Nick Saban 10-1 in revenge games. Ole Miss beat him last year. Good luck tonight. Chris Priest, Lauren Sisler here. Chris Wrinkle will join us. We're taking you all the way to 2 o'clock.
And it is week 3 of the season, and it's hard to believe that it's in the 90s here in Baton Rouge. Things are certainly heating up. Not much of a breeze out here, but you can tell the fans are enjoying it. The energy is electric, as it always is here in Tiger Stadium. And it's going to be electric out there at 2:30 when things kick off, and it's going to come down to how well does Jeremy Johnson play.
All eyes on number 6, the quarterback for Auburn. The biggest factor and maybe the biggest wild card.
Now for Duke Williams, it is homecoming week, and his teammates indicated this week that he is back in Auburn territory practicing with extra motivation as he gets ready to head in here against his home crowd.
Local guy, Brandon Harris from LSU, a local guy. Gus Malzahn recruited him.
All we have from Tuscaloosa right now. Let's send it back to Baton Rouge. Chris and Lauren.
You know, Cam Sims is a guy that Alabama's hoping can be a Heisman hopeful in a couple of years. We have one of those in our game today in Death Valley.
Yeah, his name is Leonard Fournette, and he put on a show last week against Mississippi State. Now, LSU has only played 1 game this year as their season opener against McNeese State was canceled. But let's get real, folks. We have sampled Leonard Fournette plenty of times. He is LSU's weapon of choice on the ground. One Auburn player says stopping him won't be that tough. We'll let you take a few guesses as to who that was while we are in commercial break.
And the LSU Tiger, not exactly 340 yards from Jeremy Johnson, but similar numbers if Auburn wants to win on the road.
And when you look at their game last week, their near loss to Jacksonville State, this Auburn Tiger team kept saying, well, we're 2-0 on the season. A lot still need to change, but they referenced that 2013 season when they nearly lost their season opener to Washington State. And then they came in here that same season in Tiger Stadium in a mud bath, lost that game, turned around, and went on a national championship run. However, Gus Malzahn still acknowledges a lot has to change.
We need to play well. We need to protect them.
The last time Auburn won here in Tiger Stadium, 1999, LSU has beat Auburn here 7 consecutive times.
And if Auburn has injuries again, it's going to be tough. Carl Loss, hour of post-game coverage, Gus Malzahn and the Auburn players, that we are the #1 source for you to get the post-game interviews for all Auburn players and one final look at Alabama before kickoff with Ole Miss.
Yeah, so we want to get it back to Tuscaloosa, where Chris Wrinkle joins us again to talk about this revenge game. And for some of the players on that team, it's a bittersweet memory from last year when they played Ole Miss. Hey, Chris.
Hey guys, now before we get...
The game's going to be important in this Auburn-LSU game tonight, so shutting down on defense is probably a fitting thing to say. And both sides, really, Auburn's got a committee. LSU, not so much. It's one guy.
It's called the Leonard Fournette Show versus, well, the Peyton Barber Show as of late. Peyton Barber has gotten to get out there and show off his stuff. It's been an interesting couple of weeks, though, for this running game. Leonard Fournette opened the season against Mississippi State with 159 yards rushing and 3 touchdowns for Auburn. Peyton Barber, who is listed as a starter today, he's the workhorse who is good at picking up a little extra mileage. But here's the deal. 9 consecutive games between Auburn and LSU. The team with the most rushing yards has won the football game. Now, on paper, these guys look pretty similar. And I don't mean just the target they will wear on their backs. They will step on that field this afternoon. Peyton Barber may be Auburn's main guy, but there's plenty of others behind him itching for a chance to get that football.
You know, a lot of those guys are.
All right, but here's the deal, though. Leonard Fournette, he is currently 5-1 when he hits the century mark on the ground.
Bold move for Rudy Jonathan Ford there. All right, time for one more break. When we return.
Here with our Winn-Dixie Ultimate Tailgaters from Epic Piping, we got our spokesman Joey D and the gang here, and these guys are going to tell us. I want to know what makes LSU tailgating. I hear it all the time that you guys are like the best in the SEC. Why are LSU fans the best tailgaters in the SEC?
We get here early. We cook the best food. There's plenty to drink for kids as well as adults. And it's just the best environment in all of college football, and I've been to all of them, so I can tell you.
It's multi-generations. It's passed down from your grandparents, your parents, and then we take it over. So I've been coming out here since I was this high, and I've passed it on to my children, so it's a family environment, and we're just very passionate about our Tigers.
All right, so tell me what you guys got going on here today. What does this tailgate look like, maybe that sets it apart and convinces people to come to my tailgate?
I mean, just take a look at our beverage table. We've got all the fixings, boudin balls, chicken tenders, I mean, shrimp fettuccine, you name it. We got all the good food. Got the beer pong table here for fun. I mean, it's just awesome.
This is going to get heated. I realize you guys are passionate fans here, but I got to know, do you guys have any sort of special war cries?
Absolutely. We've been passing it down for years. Auburn!
Hey, Auburn!
Beat it, nerds!
Certainly an exciting one. Now, another team playing at home this weekend, third week in a row. That's the Samford Bulldogs, and this one, it's going to be their toughest test yet. The Southern Conference favorite, number 10 Chattanooga at Cybert Stadium for a 2:30 kick. And Samford, under first-year head coach Chris Hatcher, has a huge opportunity to stake their game as the team to beat and gain some national attention. But Hatcher refuses to buy into any kind of hype.
Everybody.
Third down play. Pressure off the edge, into the end zone. Pass caught! Melvin Ray went up and got it! Touchdown Auburn in the corner of the end zone!
Auburn escaped one of the biggest upsets in college football history last weekend when they forced overtime to beat Jacksonville State 27-20. Now, despite advancing to 2-0 on the season, the Tigers dropped 12 spots in the AP poll from number 6 to number 18. Wow, what a difference a week makes. After week 1, the SEC had set a record with 11 teams in the top 25. 3 of those teams ousted following week 2 losses. The Tigers, though, they held on tightly, and as Auburn has said all week long, a win is a win. It's time to forget about that game against Jacksonville State and get ready to go to business and go to work here at Tiger Stadium.
I think what hurt the most with that loss and seeing those polls, folks, if you ever come to Death Valley in Baton Rouge, make sure you check out Mike the Tiger, 440 pounds. He's 10 years old. He eats 25 pounds of food per night, and 100,000 people visit him each year. You do not want to get in a cage with this guy. Lauren Sisler almost did. She was about this far away from Mike the Tiger yesterday.
I was flexing a little, not really. We had a few bonding moments there while he was in the cage, perusing around, but sleeping most of the time. I like that guy over there. He's a beautiful creature. Now, LSU, that's one of their traditions. Alabama has a few traditions of their own, and it includes something with a little musical flair. Chris Wrinkle joins us now from Tuscaloosa to explain. Hey, Chris.
Well, you're right, guys.